It's the story of a town in New Jersey where the entire financial system is represented. It's got people who are millionaires who live up on this hill that's called the Crest, and people, all the way down to people who live in apartments, and, it's basically the rich and the poor. In the high school in Orchard Hill, these two groups of people do not socialize at all. It's the story of this girl, Allie Ryan, who grew up on the Crest, and her father runs a hedge fund, and he basically loses money that belongs to all of her friends. All of her friends' families lose money because of something that he does. And she has to move out of town in shame, and a year and a half later, she and her mother move back to Orchard Hill, but now they live on the lower income side of town. So it's about her trying to reconnect with her Cresty friends, the kids that live on the Crest, when they in fact don't want to socialize with her because she lives on the wrong side of the tracks. Basically, Orchard Hill is based on a town that I lived in as an adult that really does have those two very different social strata. And I always just found it so interesting that all those kids went to school together, and some kids had certain values and other kids had other values, and I always wondered how they might interact. So that's where that all came from. There is one character, the character of Shannon, who is based on a girl that I knew when I was younger in middle school. She was one of these people who was very manipulative behind the scenes. She was never overtly catty or overtly bitchy, but she sort of had this way of manipulating every situation to her benefit, and you would only know that it happened to you after it happened and after the fallout came down. And I sort of based Shannon on her. Other than that, everybody was pretty much, right out of the imagination. There's going to be, I think, a lot of interesting relationships. I think there's going to be a lot of interesting hookups that people might not expect after reading the first book. There's going to, basically in the second book, I'm going to cover the summer between the junior and senior year, and most of my characters are going to go down to the Jersey Shore, which is one of my favorite places on the planet. So I'm very excited to be able to write about that atmosphere and that locale. So that'll be the second book, and in the third book we'll cover their senior year, and hopefully by the end of it everyone will end up happy. I can't guarantee it.